4 video from law enforcement gives us a better idea about a standoff in Stamford last week when a homeowner shot at police several times. According to a new report from state inspectors, officials were trying to evict people at a home on Oaklawn Avenue after their mortgage foreclosure. It led to an hours-long standoff between police and the homeowner, Jed Parkington. Eventually, officials say Parkington committed suicide. While searching the home, officials found explosives as well as another body. Police have not identified who that person was, but say they were killed from blunt impact injuries. The investigation remains open right now.